but they hear it's different. They don't know how it's different. They just hear it's different, that it lays different, that it lays better. Like, how in the world is this possible to not have a lot of the issues like the calf ridge, the shoulder squeeze, the hyperextension on the knees, a lot of those little pressure point issues. This seems to solve a lot of them within the design and build of the Majestic.
Hey, what's up guys? Sean here. So we have finally made it. We are at HangCon 2025. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get it. So I have got an area set up here for me to hammock camp. I have Greg, the navigator, with me, and Aaron is with me also, my brother-in-law. Greg is tent camping, and Aaron's going to be tent camping as well. We have a mess of gear to get all set up, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing set up. Aaron is actually parking the car now. We got here just the right time. There was nobody in line in front of us. Whew. Quick and smooth, right through the check-in. So now I'm going to get my stuff set up, and we'll walk around here and check this thing out. See who we can find. Maybe you. All right, so we have the camp pretty much dried in for what we need for just our shelters and stuff like that. But we have a bunch of little stuff we need to get put away. And then we are supposed to get some rain on Saturday. So that being the case, I think we're gonna set us up a big tarp here to hang out under just in case we need to. And we'll get that set up real quick, and then we're gonna run around here and see who we can find. All right, so we are all set up, and we're gonna head up in here, and we still got to do the little registration and get our lanyards and name tags and all that stuff, I think, and pick up some raffle tickets maybe, and then we're gonna walk around here and see what we can find and what we can see. I think there is a flea market going on up there right now. If we didn't miss it, I'm not sure when that was, but let's go see what we can see.
The only thing that'll break my heart is filling it up with gas.
There's Hanging High Hammocks. What's up, man?
Good.
How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
Hey, Sean. Oh yeah.
Oh wait, what is this?
It's
Is this something new?
this is a pre-release.
This is a pre-release.
That's our 40-degree underquilt.
May have to have one of those. Awesome, man. I'll come back by and get some more information from you on that. All right, we're gonna walk over here real quick and see if we can find the story. All his leather work stuff. Look how fancy this place is. Knock, knock. Is there a Brian here anywhere? Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. This is my father-in-law, Greg.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Aaron.
Sweet deal.
So,
Well, you're hanging out with the king here.
hanging out with the cool kids. Yeah. Nice setup, man. Beautiful setup.
Yeah.
I love the smell.
Oh yeah. And then you're the last brown one I got before
Oh.
it's gone.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I appreciate it. See? It's good to know the right people, right?
Pressure's on.
No pressure, no pressure. Just, I mean, I wouldn't have done it that way, but you do however you. So right now they got the Hammock Hangers flea market going on, and they've got some used gear and stuff up here. So we're gonna walk up here, look around real quick, see if there's anything we want. I think Greg's in the market for a sleeping bag, so we'll see what we can find.
Yeah, I'm gonna go roach.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, there's a Shug Emery.
Whoa, buddy. Who am I
This
talking
is
to?
awesome. So I'm Sean. My channel is Rewild Outdoors.
Oh, hello.
And,
My real name is Sean.
Are you Sean too?
I am Sean, S-E-A-N.
Mine's S-H-A-U-N.
Oh, you're that Sean.
And my mom thought she was naming me after Sean Connery, which was S-E-A-N.
No, I'm
So-
C-An. And
Yeah.
then there's the Shawn, S-H-A-W-N. How you spell it S-E-A-N when it's Shawn? And that's a girl's name, by the way.
Well, S-H-A-U-N is technically the female spelling of it, I believe. So,
Complicated name.
yeah, it is very, only the cool guys can be named Sean, though, really, I think.
He speaks truth. Sean speaks truth to Sean to Shug.
Thanks
Good
a
to
lot,
meet
brother.
you.
Yeah, it's good to
All
meet
right,
you. I'll see you around. And then, this place is just packed with the elite.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Mr. Blackie Thomas is here. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah,
How was the trip?
oh, pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Long trip, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, no big deal.
Very cool. So when did you get here?
About 5 minutes ago.
Oh, really? You just rolled in? Very cool. Awesome. Well, we're going to see Blackie around here a little bit more, I'm sure. What's up? Back again. Finally back. Well, you've been getting footage.
Got wood.
It's on the way.
All right.
The firewood delivery has made it. We will have a fire tonight. We have been walking around here meeting people and seeing some old friends and meeting some new friends and just enjoying ourselves. I've been kind of on and off filming, but it's Thursday, so this is the first day of the event. But now it is time to head down. So it is dinner tonight, and I think for dinner is white chicken chili. Not my favorite, but it'll be okay. I'll enjoy it anyway. But we're gonna head down here and see if we can find something for dinner.
It's nice.
All right, so we are in line up here getting ready to get us some dinner. Line is not that long today, but tomorrow it will be all the way around the back of the building. So should be a pretty good dinner. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the white chicken chili, but it'll still be a good dinner, I think. And if everything goes right, I'm gonna do a live stream from HangCon here tonight. So if you're watching this, you may or may not have already seen the live stream. So we'll see how that goes. So I forgot that I only had my plate in there. I didn't have my bowl. So I got a little plate of white chicken chili. The fella felt so bad for me. He told me to come back through the line again when I get done with this one. It'll be good anyway, though. White chicken chili. We are live at HangCon, and I have a whole table of special guests. So. All right, so we are done with dinner, and we just got done doing our live stream, and I hope that you guys got to watch that. If you didn't get to watch that, go back and watch our HangCon live. We had such a good time. We had Blackie Thomas and Random Adventures 2.0. And Hammock Mountain was there, and our buddy Dick in the Dirt. It was a lot of fun, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And now it's time for me to head back over. I think Greg and Aaron are getting the fire started. It's time to start winding down tonight, and we will see what tomorrow brings. So I'm gonna head back over there now and gather up around the fire, I think. Well, guys, that was a good day. I really enjoyed myself. Spent some time with some good friends, and now it is time to hit the site. I'll see you guys in the morning. Got some coffee here. Got up and Aaron already had fire built this morning, so that's pretty nice. I don't know if I'm gonna walk down and get breakfast this morning or not. They already started breakfast, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the mood for it, but it was nice and cool this morning. I put my hoodie on and everything for bed last night, but I didn't even put my sleep pants on. I slept fine. I was good and warm in my hammock, so it was a good night. Tonight I think it's supposed to be a little warmer, and yeah, 55 or so tonight, so it won't be quite as cool, but it'll still be enjoyable. We sat around the fire last night, and I was supposed to go to bed, and I walked up to do my last minute stuff at the bathroom up there and clean up and everything before I go to bed, and I seen Tony and Dick in the Dirt and all those guys, Stitch and them down there still hanging around the fire, so I decided to walk down there and talk to them for a minute, and I ended up staying like an hour down there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun though. That was just day one, so today is Friday. This is day 2 of it. So we'll get going here in a little while and see what we can get into. But I had a good time yesterday already. So coffee. Cheers. All right, so we are headed down, get our day started. We're gonna go down here and see what they got for breakfast this morning. So I heard through the grapevine that it is some eggs and bacon and potatoes and onions, and I think they said oatmeal, but we'll go down here and see what we can find. Go around and get in line. What you got?
Grits, home fries.
Oh, okay. That ain't a bad little breakfast.
And then they have oatmeal as well.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go get in line and see what I can find.
I ain't no really a line. Just kind of walk around there.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Thank you, sir. All right, grits are here.
Can I get the eggs instead?
Yes, you may.
This is
Home fries.
Oh yeah, I'll take some home fries, please. Awesome. What you got?
Thank you for making it
That's how it
quicker.
goes, right? Yeah.
There's maple oatmeal with nuts or no nuts.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good with that. Definitely got to get me some coffee. If little Ricky will ever get out of the way and let me get some coffee. Hey, save some for the rest of us.
Just
Save.
taking a quarter of a cup. Don't get your panties in a knot.
Here, let me help you.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem.
See, this is the perks of holding a camera.
You need one of those little clips for your
Right.
camera clips.
That's plenty. Thank you.
Is that good?
Yes, ma'am. That's good.
Oh, we have not called.
Thank you so much. So, I figured I would just take a little walk around here and give you guys a look at the primitive area. So, we're set up directly behind where the bathroom area and the showers and stuff are. And this place is cleared out to have a lot of sites to hammock camp from. There's still a few areas that are still available. A lot of it is already taken up, and this is just Friday. So people will still be coming in today to camp. But like some folks have these, like the Tensa stands and all that stuff. They're really nice, and those are for sale here. You can buy those here. But a lot of folks have been, pretty considerate, keeping their areas pretty condensed. But there are folks here that are spreading out and sprawling out all over the place. And you got to remember, to be considerate for other folks that are gonna be here. And so when you're sprawling all out for 2 hammocks in a 1/4 acre area, you're taking up a lot of room unnecessarily. So just that's something to keep in mind. But I'm gonna go ahead and walk through here. I'll kind of show you some of the area. And that way you can just kind of see, and maybe if you come next year, you'll have a more of an insight of what the primitive area looks like. So I want to clear something up. So there's a lot of folks that I've talked to online about HangCon, and there's a misconception that people think because it's called HangCon, it's a hammock camping event, but you do not have to be in a hammock here. You see over here, there's a big tent. My brother-in-law, my father-in-law, they're in tents, but they're still enjoying the event. Nobody's gonna tell you, oh, you can't be in a tent to stay here. One thing we did learn is that due to insurance reasons, you cannot sleep in a vehicle here. So now if you have an RV or something like that and you're at the RV site, that's one thing. But you can't do, like for me, I sleep inside the Jeep sometimes. For insurance purposes, you cannot do that here. So that's just something to think about and to keep in the back of your mind. I know a lot of people do that sort of thing. Last year, I was able to hang off of the back of my Jeep, and that was okay, but you cannot sleep inside a vehicle here. So it's an insurance thing, nothing they can do about it. So that is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of clear that up. You don't have to be in a hammock. You can tent camp and still enjoy HangCon. Now there are several primitive areas here. And as you can see, like this is one of the areas. There's hammocks set up over here. And then back down this way, down that road, there's a whole other primitive area down there. We got some folks setting up a tent to stand here, very cool. Definitely a lot of cool stuff to see here. Let's see, prime example, there's another tent right here. So just keep that in mind. Yes, this is a hammock camping event, but nobody's gonna tell you you can't be here because you're not in a hammock. There actually is quite a few tents here. So just keep that in mind. It's not exclusive. If you wanna come and you don't hammock camp, bring your tent. Come enjoy it, have a good time with the rest of us. We're not gonna look down on you too much. Okay, so we are making our way down right now to the pavilion. They're having a knot tying class at 11, and thought that'd be kind of a cool class to take. So we'll go down here and check that out. And then I think we're gonna grab some lunch from down here, and then we'll see what else we can get into. So like I said in the other video about HangCon, they provide breakfast and dinner here, but they don't provide lunch. But they do have the little spot here where we can buy some lunch. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing, buying some lunch. I did bring some stuff to make for lunch. It'd be a whole lot better to buy something for lunch, I think. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So right now, here, this is the end of the koozie class. So they have a koozie making class, which is really neat. So we'll sneak in real quick and try to get a couple of clips of that before they do the knot tying class.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's
that
got
is
a lot
for
of
any of these pots with heat sinks on the bottom. You got to pay attention.
She looks better than I do.
No.
You're a pro. I've seen you get that hand out of the way for the video. Very good. Thanks, man.
Oh, you want the full Monty? Yeah, I want the full Monty. Okay, well, let me get you that. Because it's right beside this.
Yeah, I should have brought my set down here. I could have made one of those for mine. Very cool. Awesome. All right, it is knot tying time, so this should be a lot of fun.
What it is. So when I need to get everyone's attention, we're gonna have a tension getter. I'm gonna say ready to rock, and you're gonna say ready to roll. So it's ready to rock.
Ready to roll.
Awesome. And I learned a lot last year from doing this class is that when I have twice as many people and just one partner, each group didn't get enough attention that you needed, because this is really a beginner's knot class. When you come in with knowing no knots at all, this is where I want you to learn. I want you to be able to tie two pieces of rope together in different ways. I want you to be able to tie a piece of rope to something. I want you to be able to tie something and be able to tension it. And then we have some pretty fancy ones that, if we have time at the end, I'll show you. I also found out that you definitely needed a graphic organizer and a visual aid for you. So that'll be just an extra thing to practice with, and it's going to help you with one of our knots that comes in there. There should be 6 at each table, so there's 6 people who signed up.
Yeah, I can do a square knot.
Our first knot is going to be the square knot. So when you're taking 2 pieces of rope that are about the same size, and you're going to want to put them together. So for that, we're just going to use the 2 that ends and turn on the back. On the back of your handout, I just have some definitions. So when I say things, and I forget these all the time too, so these definitions are just as much for me as it is for you. Some of these are called hitches. A hitch is a knot that ties a rope to a fixed object. So if you want to tie your rope to a tree, you could do, you could tie a timber hitch, and then you can attach your rope to a tree or a log. So it's a hitch. A bend is when you tie 2 ropes together, like the sheep bend that we're going to practice. You have 2 different ropes, and you want to put them together, so you have one longer piece of rope. That is a bend. A loop, which we're going to be using like when we do the bowling. A loop is just when it comes around over on itself. There's a loop. A loop is made when a rope forms a partial circle with the ends crossing each other. A bite is when it's made by folding the piece of rope so the 2 parts are kind of parallel like that. We'll be doing that when we do the sheep end. The working end is the end that you're moving around, and then the standing end is the rest of it. So those are, I try to use those, but I mess up those definitions too, so you'll have to give me there. So the first one we're going to do is a square knot. It's how you're going to wear your rope around camp, and it's how you're going to join 2 ropes together. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our 2 ends, and we're going to go right over left, left over right. And then when you pull it, you get a square knot over left.
So one of the ways that you can know that you've done the knot correctly, if both of your lines are coming out of the loop on the same side together, see how both of these come out of that loop together, same thing on this side, your square knot is correct. So once you do that, you can push it and break it loose. You can put a bunch of pressure on a square knot, and it's pretty easy to break it back loose. So that's one of the easiest ways to know that you have gotten the square knot correctly.
let me say it first. Hangukoi. Is that close now?
No, I thought it was hanky panky koi.
Well, I was saying because I was saying hanky koi because I was. Yeah.
Bought the property, investment, like that. And you go in, and they give you a gate code. Well, go down the tree line.
So these YOBO gear stands really make it simple for you to be able to hammock camp in an area that maybe doesn't have optimal trees or doesn't have enough trees. I have my stand that, or my hitch mount that hooks to the back of my Jeep, but if I was looking for something else, one of these are really, really nice. So it's just another way to get you into hammock camping. If you're not somewhere that has, like I said, the optimal trees, or even an area, there's some areas that won't allow you to hook to their trees for your hammock. So this is a way for you to still be able to hammock camp in those areas. So now check out this hammock chair. I thought my hammock chair was cool. That thing is really nice. It is rum tasting time.
I saw something shiny and lost track.
All right, so
Which one you like best?
let's talk about
I don't know what that was on.
AKA privateers, AKA navies, battling against other navies would give their sailors
That one's not good.
instead
That
of
one's
a
not good.
monthly stipend. Let's see where we're going next.
Sean said, not this Sean, other Sean said this tastes like it was
Only is
distilled
wrong.
with roast beef, so let's see.
This stuff's made in New York City. In a row.
Oh,
All right.
it does have like a weird, like a beefy flavor. That is weird.
I need to try another.
Even the
I'm
blocks.
not sure.
Well, that was cool. The rum tasting was fun. Obviously, you know, I enjoyed that, but I've actually met so many of you guys out here, and it has been so much fun for me. I just appreciate everybody that comes up to me and says, hey, I watch your videos and all that stuff. It has really been a blast. So I'm actually just walking around here now, and they are getting set up for the big fire tonight down here. And Greg and Aaron had to run to town, so I think they just got back, so I'm gonna go over there and see what they're up to, and just see what else we can get into. There is a lot of stuff going on here, and it's just only getting better. So I hope you guys are here. If you're not here, you're missing out. I just had the coolest experience. I just had a young lady stop and ask me for my autograph. I never in a million years thought anything like that would happen to me, but that was the absolute coolest thing that's ever happened to me. That was neat. All right, so I see a couple of my buddies over here. Run over here and say hey real quick. I was having a hard time earlier with my microphone, and I talked with Tony from Random Adventures 2.0 about it, and he gave me a tip on what was happening, and I was actually able to get it fixed. So we'll see who we can get in touch with down here. So Tony's talking to somebody right now, but I see Hammock Mountain down here, and I see Mr. Dick in the Dirt down here. How you guys enjoying the HangCon? What you got? Peanuts?
Boiled peanuts.
Boiled peanuts.
Cajun boiled peanuts.
Very good. Oh, Stitch is over here. Are you cooking, Stitch? Is that what you're doing?
I'm cooking frog legs. You want to come?
Oh yeah, let me go take a look at these frog legs. Are they jumping around in the pan? That's what I heard happens.
They've been going for a bit, so they're no longer jumping.
Look at that.
Look at that little froggy feet right there.
That's some good looking britches right there.
Yeah, I tell you what. It's good eating.
Yeah. So, Stitch has offered for me to try his frog legs, and I'm a little nervous because nobody else immediately jumped in line to try them, but we're going to give these things a try. I do like frog legs, though.
Oh, Sean, I didn't jump in line because I don't want to be greedy. That's the only reason.
That's good eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We do have a trash.
Very, very good. I want that other piece, too.
All right.
All right, so we are down here at the campfire tonight, and they've got a really cool setup down here. Everybody's having a good time. It has been such a great event, and I'm just really enjoying myself. I haven't really got as much footage as I intended to get, but tomorrow's another day. Tonight we are having midnight bacon over here, and this is the sort of secret hangout over here at HangCon. Midnight bacon. It's good. It's good.
Anything I can get for you?
I'm good right this minute.
Good.
I do. Believe it or not, it don't look like I got it.
What a fun night. That was so much fun. The late night bacon dinner or bacon party, whatever it was, that was so much fun. We hung out and had a great time. But I think I'm ready to go climb in my hammock and crash out. Everybody else is still having a great time, but I've had all I can handle for the night. I will see you guys in the morning.
Need those.
Good morning. I had a late night last night, but I had a great time. And we are headed down here to get some coffee and some breakfast this morning. And walking down here, and they got the smoke rolling on the smoker. Tonight dinner, I think, is pulled pork. And I talked to them last night. I think they have 28 Boston butts on the smoker. It's gonna be a good dinner tonight. That's a lot of meat.
What's up with the coffee? Oh, yeah. Well,
Coffee. That's what I need.
I wrapped it all the way around my small BCD, and then I tied a finger.
I have one of these. I took one of these. I told my
No, but hopefully I won't have to act. But for my big ticket items, it's nice to be able to do that. And then the small, I mean, I love spice. I can sit there and just when you feel like it. When I feel like it. Wait till the next day.
So I'm walking around talking to some vendors, and I've gotten some vendors in the past, and I've gotten Majestic Hammocks in the past, but I've never gotten like a real explanation from Corey on why Majestic Hammocks is so different than everything else out there. This is not a hammock that you buy off of the shelf. This is made for you. And they are literally the most comfortable hammock that I've found that you can lay in. I love all these other hammocks, but this is different. So I want Corey to go through and explain to us why it's different. I think you're gonna enjoy this. Okay, so we're over here with Corey. Corey, kind of explain to us a little bit why your setup, what you do is different than the stuff you buy off the shelf.
Okay, most of the people that come to me come because right now it's a novelty that most people haven't experienced or tried, but they hear it's different. They don't know how it's different, they just hear it's different, that it lays different, that it lays better. Like, how in the world is this possible to not have a lot of the issues like the calf ridge, the shoulder squeeze, the hyperextension on the knees, a lot of those little pressure point issues. This seems to solve a lot of them within the design and build of the Majestic. So a lot of people are curious, so that's what gets them over to it. with the rig here that I've got at HangCon, it's kind of neat because I can show people 4 different sizes because we independently tailor it to somebody's specific height, make sure their weight's right, whatever, and getting the fabric that works for them best, that kind of a deal. But they can actually come in here and sample them and try them and go, oh, I feel what you're saying now. And that's the biggest thing. From a distance, it's a gathered end hammock. A lot of them look the same. Online, they look the same. In pictures, they look the same. You know, how can it be much different? Hammocks are not new to the world. How can something be this much different? It just is, and so people like to experience it. So I let people come on over, and I'll kind of give you a little demo just using me in here off the trailer. So we get to actually come in and let people sit in them, take shoes off, and I'll show you what I show people. When they get into one that's sized for them, this one happens to be an 11-footer, and I'm sized well to do either a 10.5 or an 11 being 6'1". So based on their height, we'll let them actually demo the hammocks in here and learn what the fabric does and why it does it and that kind of thing so they can understand it. So here's what I show people. If I center myself up in my hammock like you would, you'd be a banana like this in most gathered ends, right? Which this is not how you'd end up. But if I end up bringing my leg over to one side into kind of that relaxed channel that's over here, same thing on my right, you can see that the fabric of the hammock is a little tauter and it loosens out as you go to your outer edges here, which opens it up. This gives it an open, relaxed lay. So not that you're gonna sleep like this, but your knees are already bending right, even if you chose just to relax like this or sleep like this, okay? Because it gives it a natural place to go. My knees aren't getting hyperextended at all, my shoulders aren't squeezed. But if I'm gonna end up laying on a diagonal, I'm letting the contours of the hammock itself, of the Majestic, put your knees where they're supposed to be, put your calves where they're supposed to be, and not have those hard pressure points on there. So even my head and neck, pardon my hair, fits into that channel almost as neck support when I'm laying in like this. My low back is opened up, my knees can go out. It's wide, they're all 68 inches wide regardless of the length. And it allows you to really get that open feel that gets rid of a lot of those pressure points for people. And they get to sleep different and sleep better on them. So that's basically what I show people. This is a good back laying hammock. This is a good side sleeping hammock. Your legs and feet, they roll naturally. My feet are rolling over kind of those natural contours of the Majestic. I've got a channel here for my arm, my elbow, my head or neck. It's just an open feel, it's just different. And most people that get in here that are used to something different in a gathered end are going, you can see when the light clicks on.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, how is that possible? I hear that all the time, and everybody then is like, how is he doing it? How is it? It just is what it is because the design is a little bit different. But it's simple yet complicated on the front end for the build of them. But overall, it just works smooth. It just works smooth. We've got, if you don't have a ridgeline organizer and such, I've got pockets built in on both sides. I got a sleeve. You can throw your phone there at night. You can use the front pockets to put little trinkets or whatnot. So you've kind of got some storage built in inherently to start. You can still use a ridgeline organizer with either the fixed ridgeline or the adjustable ridgeline. Another nice feature on this, I'll show you. As I'm gonna stop and put my shoes back on, if I just bring the hammock right up underneath me, keep it flat and bring it toward the edge, most gathered ends are going to be a hard ridge right up underneath your knees that are really uncomfortable, so you don't want to sit there long typically. This, I have no pressure on there. These edges are relaxed. They've got an integrated suspension built into them that's elastic, and you can tighten it, you can loosen it a little bit, but really there's no ridge here up underneath that makes me go, I want out of this position. So I can sit off the side, make my coffee, my breakfast. I can just sit here in chair mode basically. I can lean back, throw my head and neck back into that again. I'm open. This is so easy. So when people understand kind of the versatility of what this gets them, it's an eye-opening experience for them. So because it's so different.
It's definitely different.
Yeah. So as far as the suspensions go, I have come to this side of it, an integrated suspension here that's whoopee based. So the ridge lines are either fixed or adjustable, so I can put either one on, and they join into the whoopee on the ends, okay? So this adjusts just like a normal whoopee. I've got a drip leg on there for my for the rain coming in pretty soon, but so they adjust just like a normal whoopee sling would. and a similar concept as a continuous loop. So you can actually hook here with a carabiner if you had to hook into this, but most of the time you're going to use your whoopee for the major adjustment of the hammock. So it can go all the way from 11 inches out to 7 feet out on both ends, so you got a huge bit of versatility with that. And it's very simple, obviously, with a whoopee to do that. On the tree straps, so it's a different concept on the tree straps. I've got them up into here. The hammocks all come with a set of 4, which are smaller straps. So I've got a 2-footer, a 3-footer, a 4, a 5. So they're all labeled for you, so you can easily tell what you're grabbing. And the concept is, whatever your anchor is, you're going to grab a strap just long enough to go around it. You can add them together to make really long ones. You can fold them in half and make really short ones. I mean, this is a 2-footer going around a little 2-inch pole. All I need is a hook big enough to throw your carabiner in. You can actually use the whoopies through that with a Beckett hitch. If people are sold on the Beckett hitch, they don't want hardware. This adapts to so many different things. So I can go from, little tiny anchors to really big anchors. Because the 4 and the 5 I can join, make a 9-footer. I can join an additional 3 and make a 12-footer on one side and a small one on the other. Like, it can adapt to a lot of things. And they join together really easily. So I'll show you how that's done. If I want to build 2 7-footers, I got a 3 and a 4, and I got a 5 and a 2. I'm going to join the 5 and the 2 together. They just nest together. So you take the big one into the small one. They've got a half twist in them, so they just marry together real easy. Bring them smooth up and in, and I'll show you why. The other side, once they're even, they just nest together real easy. And then when you finally pull them together, they just form a perfect square knot. So it's a knot that once you've loaded it around your tree and you've hung for 2 days or 2 weeks or whatever you're doing, it just releases so easy. So you're not fighting knots, tight knots that are really hard to get out. It's just a really simple system. So it's a full set of 4, and using this system with the whoopies that go out 7 foot both sides, this little set of straps, which are 8 ounces or 9 ounces at the most for the full set, I've gone from 12 foot between trees to 32 or 33 feet between trees. Wow. So if I don't worry about it. If I've got a 20-foot gap between them, or a 25-foot gap, or a 15-foot gap, I know what I have can adapt to that. So it makes it really easy.
Yeah, very cool.
So this system works a little bit different, because instead of your straps reaching all the way out, being really long to go grab your hammock at a continuous loop or whatnot, which isn't wrong, it's just different. This is, make yourself a loop and come on and reach back out, and it keeps all your rigging clean, keeps it off the ground, keeps it out of the mud, keeps it out of the water, that kind of deal.
None of those long straps you're trying to wrap up and get out of the way.
Nope. They're 4 simple little ones. They all come in a storage bag that stores separate from the hammock, so it keeps anything dirty and sappy and all that away from it. But yeah.
Very, very cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate Corey going through and telling us about this, because like I said, this is completely different than anything you buy off the shelf. Now, you're not actually selling anything here today, right? You don't have anything. It's a order custom thing. So
correct. We'll customize height. We'll customize your colors. Whatever fits you well. Yep. And I'll personally build currently for whoever wants them. And yeah, it's kind of fun.
Very cool. So how do they get in touch with you?
So I have a website. It's majestichammock.com.
Okay.
And my email is majestichammock@gmail.com.
Okay.
So emails can come to me is fine, or at the website. If you're ready to basically order one in, your name goes on the list for as I build them. When you get toward the top, it's just it's basically a form on the website saying, hey, I'd like to get one built. Let me know when it's my turn.
Right.
And as long as people are a little patient to get toward the top of that list, not a big deal. It's not that long out. But
yeah, and that's something you got to think about too. If you're buying a full custom setup, there's going to be a lead time. Yeah, so yeah, I totally appreciate you going through this and telling me all about it, because I just wanted to get it across to everybody so they actually know what we're talking about here. So
awesome.
You do Instagram, Facebook, anything like that?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, not as much, but Instagram's a good place too. Yep.
Very cool.
I don't post all the time, but you know.
You guys go check it. You guys go check him out, and I guarantee you're gonna love one of these hammocks. So appreciate your time, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so I made my way over here to the UGQ Outdoors tent, and Alyssa's gonna run us through a pillow what, it's a pillow over quilt combination, is that what it is?
Yep, it's our Quillo, so it's kind of like a hybrid. You can use it for many different options, and so I'll go ahead and walk you through what those options are.
Very awesome.
These are just all of the different color combinations we decided to bring with us. So what we got, so this is what it looks like when it's folded up into its pillow form. They are rated for 50 degrees. They're filled with 850 goose down. First thing you want to do if you're not wanting it in pillow form is you can just flip it on out. I'm not good at that. That's Chad's thing, Chad's specialty. So this way, once you do the initial flip out, you have your 50-degree quilt for when you're in your hammock. You got your foot pocket to put your feet into. You can go ahead and continue flipping it out even more. And then you have yourself just like a little lounging blanket just to put over you if you're like just chilling in your hammock, if you're in a chair. And that still also has the foot pocket for your feet. Yep. A lot of people do also use it as a liner to give their quilts that extra additional warmth, just in case it's not quite reaching what they need it to.
Yep.
And both of these we offer 2 sizes, which are the juniors and the deluxes. The juniors are a 50 by 66, and the deluxes are a 55 by 78. Both of them come in at under a pound in their stuff sacks, with the deluxes being 15 ounces and the juniors being 12 ounces.
Very, very nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys have a ton of different designs and colors and stuff like that, right?
Yep. So this is just what we brought to the event, but they are totally customizable. You can get printed fabric on them. You can get any color combinations you want that we offer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you guys have a special quilt that you guys have made for the event itself, right?
We do. Would you like to see that
Yeah,
one?
absolutely.
Yeah. Tom, do you want to help me show him that one?
And this is just for the raffle, right?
This is just for the raffle. Yes, it is.
Look at that.
This is their logo for this year's HangCon. Yep.
Very cool.
Customized, made by Chad, the owner of UGQ.
So awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much for taking us through the Quillo and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
no problem.
hope to see you guys around. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we're going to head over here to the Wilderness First Aid class. I think this one should be pretty good, so let's go check it out.
One of the things that you do need to remember is when you're out there is you're probably going to need to keep people warm. Hot hands, most of us carry hot hands or something, or the rechargeable ones. These in both your armpits or down by here, back of your neck. That's going to warm somebody up a lot faster than trying to, pack it. If you're needing to carry somebody out, we all have hammocks. Hammocks are great leaders. They can carry somebody out. If you stick somebody in a hammock, you get large sticks, or if you don't have sticks, you can have people with the ends. You can carry somebody out with a stick. You can waterproof them with your tarp. So you can put them in, and then you can bundle them over with the tarp. Obviously, do not cover their face. Most of us carry these. These are great splits. That, coupled with the Coban, you automatically have a splint. These will do arms, these will do legs, these will do ankles. Tent stakes are another one, since we all carry stakes. They're great for fingers and hands. Also, if it's just an ankle and you don't have these, that will work as well.
So that was a good class. That's the Wilderness First Aid class. And that class is about doing first aid with the things that you brought with you, and thinking outside the box for using what you have for your first aid. So it's a very good little class. It's something to think about. We all should kind of think outside the box and kind of keep that in our minds. So I am definitely noticing a lot of these stands here. They're really, really nice, but I gotta admit, I don't know if I'm smart enough to use one. Looks like you have to have an engineering degree to put that thing together, but a lot of people have got those things, and they're sturdy. I've seen you know, like they've got to be good because so many people have them. So if you're camping in a lot of places that you don't have access to trees, that's the way to go. They're really, really nice. So I can tell you all I want about what I think about HangCon, but I think we should find some other folks and just see what they think. Okay, let's stop and ask this fella. Excuse me, do you mind answering a couple questions about HangCon? So, what's your name?
I'm Chip.
Chip. And where are you from?
I'm from the east side of Florida in the little town of Christmas.
Oh, okay, Christmas, Florida.
Yeah,
cool.
Christmas, Florida.
So, how many times have you come to HangCon?
This is my second trip in 3 years.
Okay. And what do you think about HangCon? I've been telling the camera what I think, my experience, but what do you think about HangCon as a whole?
I think it gets better every year. The first time I was here, it was super cold, windy. It was unbearable. But then you got to test out all the. I bought new stuff then, so
that's right.
This trip, the weather, you can't beat it. I mean,
right,
the weather's
absolutely.
beautiful this weekend, and there's a big, huge crowd, a lot of good vendors. So yeah, I'm having a ball.
Okay, so I want to catch you real quick while he's not getting away, because he's slithery as a little snake, him and Stitch. So we got Tony here and Stitch. You guys know these guys. So this is your second year, right?
Yes, yes.
So how are you finding it as an event for the second year?
For the second year, I'm more relaxed.
Right.
And really engaging a lot more with everybody that came, not just the vendors, but everybody that came. And it's been just such an overwhelming feeling of just love.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. The event itself compared to last year, what do you think? Is it like, I've been telling the camera like what I think about the event and how I feel the event is. What do you guys feel so far? Like,
oh, it's been amazing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, amazing, and a lot.
I think their new check-in process is makes it a lot easier.
Well, more streamlined.
Not a big gaggle at a at a table and scan you in. I think it was smart of AJ and Paul to basically put a minimal fee to attend, so that they knew how much food they needed to buy. Because
I agree.
He got hornswoggled last year, unfortunately, and
absolutely,
people
I
signed
agree.
up but just didn't bother to say, "Yeah, I'm not going."
Yep.
You know, at least you have a little skin in the game.
That's exactly right.
That was good. And we lost our parking lot down yonder for encroachment of the lake.
Right.
So we're parking up here in the cow pasture. I don't know. That was a little more convenient for us, but
well,
other than that,
there's not a whole lot they can do about that. So it's just we do the best we can with what we got. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's right. Well,
and I like what they did with the schedules. They kind of wrote them up on the boards and
yeah,
stuff. It
absolutely.
used to be you had to get like a little phone alert that would tell you.
Right.
And so I appreciate them actually putting that daily schedule up on the board. That's an improvement. So it's just getting better and better. Is all
absolutely.
I
can say that too. So, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah. Sure.
So I'm over here at the. I always say Amok.
That's fine.
How am I supposed to pronounce it?
Well, however you choose.
Okay.
In Norway we say Amok.
Amok.
But
okay.
Amok is a international word. That's part of the reason we chose it. So
very cool.
Amok, whatever floats your boat.
How far was it to travel here from where?
We traveled, I think, 16 hours.
16 hours probably, yeah, and 11 and a half of them on an airplane.
Airplane.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's neat. So, how are you guys enjoying your experience here? This is not your first time at HangCon.
It is the first time for us at HangCon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How are you guys enjoying it?
It's fantastic.
Yep. Awesome.
You get to meet so many fellow Amockers or customers, followers. They come up and say that they've had the hammock for years and they're so glad to meet us.
Right.
We're glad to meet them.
Absolutely.
And we can share some tips and tricks on how to use our products. And in general, people are super excited that we are here, and that's really fun to hear.
Cool.
It's nice to be here because in a typical trade fair, you don't have time for people. Here, people are so relaxed. You can end up talking for 15-30 minutes. So
exactly. Yeah.
Super nice.
And then you can share a dinner later or a beer by the bonfire. So that's,
exactly.
That's really, really
that's
nice.
That's nice. So, how long has the company been around? So when did the company start?
Officially, we started the company in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, and we released the Drummer 1.0, like the first single version, in 2014.
Okay.
And that was just me in the forest with a camera, and we uploaded a YouTube video.
Yep.
Started selling it, and then
it's such an innovative design. You know, like it's really neat. So I think we have some folks that are gonna demo the double. So this is the double design right here, right?
Yeah. So this is brand new. Came out last year in 2024. So you get about 9 out of 10 in terms of comfort compared to the single hammock.
Right.
But it works surprisingly well. The most common question is, but isn't it very tippy and unstable? But it's actually the opposite.
Oh.
Because when you have two people, the other person will sort of counteract any movements and act as an anchor. So it's quite easy to use, and you can go in both at the same time or one by one. It's also possible to use it alone.
Okay.
Then you just need to, lift your side a little bit higher on the tree, so you can work with the suspension to make it work even if you have different weight, or if you want to use it alone as well.
Right.
Yep.
Very cool. Yeah, you guys.
A quick demo.
You guys want to try it out? Let's see how it works.
All right, let's go. Let's take a look at it. You want me to show you how, or have you gotten the demo?
I have no idea. Show me what we're doing.
We can show you quickly first, and then you'll give it a shot.
Yes.
So you get like a first impression. Okay. So if you do it at the same time, you want to grab these handles in the middle here, and on the side, and sort of take a step so that you're in line with the trees, and then just put your head below the line here, and you want to sit in the middle as much as possible. And then with my remaining leg, I can sort of slow the movement a little bit so I don't swing too much.
Right.
Makes it a little easier. And then I just enter, and you want to lie flat but also level. So a lot of people, they tend to start out down here and because they're afraid to go back. And then you can slide down a little bit during the night, so just go way up. Go far enough into the head end. So this is the flat mode. And I can move around, and Steinar, he'll feel the movement, but it'll die down quite quickly. And then the other most, the top question is, what if one person leaves during the night? So if Steinar just lies down, or you can leave.
You can leave.
Like, I think I would maybe not even wake up. Like, it's still comfortable, but if I wake up,
roll over a little bit.
I can just roll over. I'm a little bit more on the side. It'll get colder if it's really cold because I don't have as much insulation. Because we have the insulation in the pads, so you won't get cold. But once Steinar enters again, then I'll just pop back right up. So you'll see that happen now. And then it's more comfortable for me, and I'll just adjust. Yeah. So that's the flat mode. And if you want to do the chair mode, the easiest way is just to sit a little bit further back, because you don't want to sit on top of the panel.
Okay.
Because then it's, with your weight on the knee panels, they're hard to adjust. You want to start with the knees and then do the back after. So we start with the one that we share in the middle. And you sort of have to take your weight off of it and then tighten these straps. That creates a little bump here.
Okay.
And that prevents you from sliding down when you do the back. So you do the middle and the back.
Mode.
It's the same with the back adjusters. You don't want to sit back.
Right.
You want to sit up, and then you adjust these like so.
A true test of working in tandem.
No. No, both feet on the outside.
Both feet on the outside.
Yeah, hold on there.
Hold on to here.
There. And you share this one. Hold on here.
Here. All right. Put your hand on me.
That's fine.
Put your hand on my hand. There we go.
Okay.
Ready?
It's fine. And just you can step on the the foot end and just work yourself backwards. Yeah, that's good.
Pull forward. Pull forward.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
There you go.
Wow, that's fun. Yeah. Forget chair mode. This is great.
Engineer Where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mister, can we leave that seat? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting at a seat. Won't that Lord train carry me back?
All right, let's get with this guy and see what he thinks about HangCon. So, what is your name again?
Donnie.
Donnie? And so, how long have you been coming to HangCon?
This is my 3rd year and probably a 5-year span.
Okay. And throughout the years, what do you think? How you think about what do you think about HangCon? How's
Getting
it?
bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger.
Every year, yeah.
You still enjoy coming, right?
That's why I'm here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. It was cool that Suge was here, so I definitely had to come this year.
Yep,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, 'cause I'm an old fire breather. So
Oh, really?
Me and him used to talk about fire performing and stuff.
Very cool.
On the Hammock forums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat, man. So I appreciate you
All right,
talking
no
to me.
problem,
Thanks a lot,
man.
man. All right, let's ask this gentleman what he thinks about HangCon. So what's your name?
My name is Mike.
Mike. And where are you from, Mike?
Tampa.
Tampa. All right. So and you've been coming to HangCon for a good while now, right? So how long?
I guess this is my 6th year.
Okay. And so throughout the years of coming to HangCon, what do you think, like, the progression of it's been?
It's gotten a lot bigger.
A lot bigger?
Yeah, people are still just as friendly. Everything is great. You know, I mean, just a lot of good people. Everybody you meet, everybody you talk to is friendly. They all want to talk about their gear, their setups, or learn, or whatever. So, earlier I was talking about it's not just a hammock hang. There are a bunch of tent camps and stuff out here too. What do you think? Is it okay for people to come here and camp that aren't hammock camping? Is it okay for tent campers to come? Absolutely.
Absolutely. So if you don't hammock camp, you can still come to HangCon and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Nobody. Well, they might razz you a little bit, but
we're not trying to convince you.
We're not going to run you off anyhow, right?
Yeah. They try to convince you, but everybody around here. I mean, we've got, tenters, hammockers. We've got hammockers and tenters in the same family.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Forum families, we're getting ready for the most unique show of HangCon 2025. It's a chance for you to come up and ask a question to a Class C celebrity. A man who started a unicycle to help people with their in a YouTube channel. I ride a unicycle. That will come in if you want to ask me that came to the whole thing. Are we ready to start this extravaganza?
We're ready.
Yeah! I was really expecting less than that. Is there a sense of expectation in the crowd? All right, I'm going to sit down because the them give out for a minute.
Ain't no doubt in my mind.
All right, so this is a question and answer, apparently, because I don't want to think of what to tell you. If you want to know something about, can you hear me all right? Yeah. If you want to know something about hammocks, just go to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the like button and the notification button and the subscribe button so I can make millions of dollars on YouTube. So let's start this thing off. Does anybody, it can be any question you ask about life. Let's get philosophical. It could be about hammocks, anything at all. The Maple King bailed out on you people. The Maple King has been my friend since the 6th grade. And how many people here are familiar with the Maple King? All right, so a lot of times it's me and my buddy who are 66-year-old men being in the woods acting like 10-year-olds. And he came up to me one time and stuck maple leaves in his little hat, kind of went, "I'm the Maple King." And he was always my friend that I could easily manipulate because we all need those kind of friends. So I started directing him in a skit, and it pops into the videos once in a while. There's always people on YouTube going, "I don't understand the Maple King." And I'm going, there's nothing to understand. It's two grown men acting like 10-year-olds, and that's what going in the woods and having a little time on your hands will do. But he's got to run the Mount Rogers hang coming up, the winter hang coming this weekend, and a little insurance, family, business with the home he lives in la-di-da-di-da. So that's why he's not here. But he said to say to you, all you guys, mapleking.com. Thank you. Note to self, they care more about the Maple King than you, sir. Another question. I saw your hand. Clown College. All right, those of you that don't know, I had a career as a circus clown with Ringling Brothers in Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Oh my God, was he good?
I lived on a train, our winter quarters down in Venice, Florida here, so I know Florida. And it's sort of funny in life. You know, you never know, to get deep for a second, where these things you do in life are going to take you. Around me. And to me, I go, God, they sound like bluegrass singers. The harmony they get, where a pack of coyotes sounds like drunken teenagers in my backyard. But I don't feel fear. I lay there, and I'm not a super religious man, but I'm a believer in things bigger than me, and I just go, wow, thank you for this moment, because I'm not going to get up and pack up and get out of here at midnight with these wolves. I'm going to lay here and be thankful that it's happening around me. Because even the other night when the cow was what's the cow sound? What do they call it? Mooing. What's the other term? Is it? Farm people, come on! Sound I make on my morning constitutional. Like, hey man, that's our... And to hear those things, you know, and just be in those things, and not let it scare you, embrace it. And people go, you know, you're going to die doing the things you do. And I told my wife, I said, look, someone asked me once, are you ever scared you're going to have a stroke in the hammock? I go, thank you for implanting that thought. But I go, if I did and died, I would rather die out there in my hammock. And I'm not being silly here, than staring at a water stain on some acoustical tile in a hospital with a blinky fluorescent light. It would be a good death, I think. We got to go sometime. And if the buzzards and animals ate on me a little bit and they found my little spooky bones out there, good. Great story. I just hope that I got it on camera.
All right, let's see. Let's ask this young lady what her experience is with HangCon. So, is this your first experience?
It is.
And
this is my first year at HangCon.
Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Paola. I'm from New York City.
New York City? Awesome.
Yep.
So you came all the way from New York for HangCon. So,
yeah.
How are you feeling about HangCon? So what is your experience so far?
Great, yeah. I really appreciate all the videos from last year and the previous years because it kind of gave me the vibe. And I actually watched one of your videos.
Oh. Well,
so
thank you very much.
And I just knew I wanted to come here. And I saw it maybe about 2 weeks before New Year's. And I was like, New Year's resolution, let's do this.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very awesome. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, thank you so much for making your videos.
All right, it is dinner time and people are ready. So let's see what this line looks like.
delicious. We had pulled pork, coleslaw, mac and cheese, and baked beans. Really, really good. But now it is time for us to get into the raffle. Fingers crossed, some of these tickets are going to win me a prize this year.
Hammockers, new and veteran, are we ready? Yeah! Outstanding. Orange ticket, 014246. Wow! I'm going to do the last four. Purple, 7203. 7203. Purple.
You said they were all winners.
I got the wrong damn ticket.
You're saving for tier 3.
You win again on the triple.
Red, 0481. Red, 0481.
It's hard to choose on that because it was all Pathfinder cookie stuff, which I have, which I could have just got one of those and couldn't.
DA, green, 3558.
All right. So, Bodier, go ahead and show me what you won.
Oh, yeah. Little cooking pot. Goes out now.
Red, 1061.
That guy wins more than anybody I've ever seen.
Purple, 7962. Purple.
Green or matte?
Holy, I got 7961.
Oh, man.
7961.
Orange, 1413.
One number off.
1413. Orange,
Bridesmaid, but not a bride.
Orange, 1938. 187.
Well, Aaron won something. He got 1719. I had 1715. We struck out on tier 2. Maybe tier 3 is our
For the
tier.
record, you may only win one item in tier 3.
All right. Here's the last chance. Last chance to win.
I don't think y'all understood when I was picking. Y'all were not picking up what I was putting down. Are you ready? Purple. 7. Sorry, James. Y'all won plenty already. Purple 7067.
Oh.
Purple 7067.
There's been a mistake.
Don't forget, don't forget.
They didn't call any of my numbers.
Fancy Nancy.
Oh, well, you can't always be a winner.
There you go. I don't really play guitar. It's all good. But I must.
But you're playing now.
But I'm playing now.
Well, bring me birds with broken wings, with all the answers. People who have killed, give me curable cancer. Bring me beaches thick with oil, disregard for doubt. Street lights on broken road when no one is about. Now that green red show on the fence without a call. Give me a for dinner session, disregard for human law. One trees in single file, bring the corpus off the land. Show me children.
that was a good night last night. I have to say, we stayed up really late last night, playing music out there by the fire. Just had an absolute blast. I don't have a whole lot of voice left this morning, and I don't feel the greatest. And there's some things that I left behind last night that I have got to try to locate now. But all in all, it was a great time. So now it's time to get some coffee and start getting this stuff packed up, because we have beat the rain so far that that buck ain't gonna hold out. So get some coffee, get things packed up. Well, we didn't quite make it before the rain. So the rains have come, and I made a strategic mistake last night. I left my titanium cup behind when I came back to camp to go to bed. And it seems as if someone else has a new titanium cup this morning, so, oh well, it is what it is. So I didn't get to make any coffee, and I'm pretty sure that's why it's raining. Because I didn't get my coffee this morning, so. No, but we're pretty much all packed up. That's the reason that we set this big tarp up. So if it did rain, we would be able to kind of do what we're doing now, bring everything under here, pack up, and then actually Aaron's bringing the car around now, so we'll pack up everything in the car real quick, and we've still got to get Greg's big tent packed up. But what we're going to do is drag that thing right under this tarp, and we'll get it all set up here, and or packed up, I mean. And the only thing that should be really wet, well, his tent will still be wet, but the tarp, other than that, will be pretty good. So you got to be smart when you're setting things up. And we knew, you know, days ahead that the rain was going to come, and it's actually held off considerably longer than they said it was going to. So originally it was supposed to rain, you know, all day yesterday. So but we've been lucky so far. We just didn't quite get broke down before the rains came. But that's how it goes sometimes. If you're camping, at some point you're gonna have to break down in the rain. All right, so we have made our last little push to get everything packed up. The rain has stopped now. There's a break in it, so I'm gonna do my walk around, say my goodbyes, and shake some more hands and talk to a few people, and then we're gonna get on the road. Greg's not feeling too good, and so I think I wanna go ahead and try to get him back home. I am about to get on the road, man. Just wanted to say how much it was nice meeting you, and definitely hope we can get together and do some stuff.
Yes,
so
it'd be awesome.
Had a great time, but I think it's time for us to hit the road and get back home now.
Yeah,
So
I don't blame you.
it was nice to meet you, man.
Take
I
it
definitely
easy.
want to see you again.
Yes,
so
yeah.
all right.
Have a safe trip.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Where's Tony at? Tony around here?
He wanted to watch.
Okay. Yes, sir. It was a pleasure meeting you. Hey Jay, are you doing okay?
I'm doing great, my friend. Doing good.
Man,
Doing good.
I had a great time as usual.
Wonderful.
And I am whooped. I think I'm ready to head home. I can't even, I feel bad even saying that to you. But yeah, I appreciate you so much and everything y'all do here. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
well,
And looking forward to your events next year
Yep.
as well.
Yep. We'll definitely be doing it. So.
Awesome. And
all right.
hey, if I can do anything to help you guys, feel free to let me know.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Yep, that rain has people on the run, so this place is starting to clear out pretty quick. So I think I'm gonna say a couple of more goodbyes and we're gonna hit the road. It's about that time. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap up HangCon 2025. I've had an absolute blast this year. I hope you made it, but if you didn't make it, you need to make plans to make it next year, because if you don't come, you are missing out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it that big thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down there. Ring that notification bell so you get notified next time we put out a video. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next week.